What's up, Sigmas, Sigmets, every chuddy? I've come today with a learning so we can be more learned together. In the postmodern world of Slav-on-Slav violence, I thought it would be good to go back to our roots and really examine the OG of Slavic self-hate. Yugoslavia is the original gangster of ethnic tensions and poorly thought out borders. Officially recognized by its European neighbors in 1922, just after the little-known conflict, World War II. The Allies were slicing up the Austro-Hungarian Empire, just like the guys on Instagram Reels slice up fine quality meats. Delicious, fine quality meats. Now, the Balkans consist of many different flavors of Slav. Basically, it's like a fruit salad if instead of fruit, it was just chunks of unprocessed ham and cigarette butts. And also rocks, but that's only like in the Albania region. Suffice to say, South Slavs' relationship with each other is kind of like my uncle and his ex-wife, sad and filled with drug abuse. Okay, so basically, the first king, Alexander the First, Karađorđević, he basically said, "Everybody, we're going to live and you're going to love me. I'm the greatest king. There are no problems, and I'm canceling the parliament because they were too woke and, quite frankly, a little racist. From now on, we're going to get along and sing Kumbaya." And he fucking disbanded the parliament. And he did all of this on January 6th, by the way. It's funny how that works out, huh? Basically, he does the whole, like, European bit of, like, trying to make everyone gay for each other and, like, drawing up weird borders that nobody likes, and they cross, this is going to sound weird when I say it, but ethnic lines of people who hate each other. It really just, like, doesn't work out for, like, fucking anyone. And there's this one guy called Macek, and I'm definitely not pronouncing that right, who basically the king was like, "You're no good," and he fled to Italy. And then he was like, "You know what, I'm really liking this fascist business you guys are getting up to. You guys are really cooking over here." And he starts his own party called the Ustazi. And these guys are basically like the Croatians, except super fucking racist. And the king sees all this, and he's like, "You know what? Let's kill the communists because they're really jerking my goat, you know?" The freaking Ustazi, they 360 no-scope the king. He's dead as shit. And these were the guys that the communists were trying to fight, like, the whole time. And they just freaking killed the king because they're like, "Fuck this guy. He wants ethnic unity, and that's not cool." Hitler and Mussolini put on their Riz hats and they say, "It's time to get some restraining orders." And after the new king, Prince Paul, caved, basically everyone in the country said, "Not cool, bro, not cool." And in unison, they ejected his ass. The Axis was kind of like, "Mom always said never take no for an answer." And then they went on to basically cripple all of Yugoslavia in like 11 days. They made Croatia a puppet state, and then they made that puppet state commit horrible war crimes. Like, horrible war crimes. I can't overstate the war crimes are so bad that, like, they are fueling ethnic tensions to this day in the region. Basically, at this time, during World War II, there's two main resistance groups. There's the Heckin Commies, and there's the Royal Cocksuckers. The Royal Cocksuckers want the king back because they're royal cocksuckers, and they love the establishment. And basically, the king's in hiding. I think he's in, like, America or something, like, jacking off with FDR. But basically, the commies want some class liberation type shit, which is very typical. And they're getting some assistance from the Red Army. And a long story short, the royalists basically kind of just become Bud Light Nazis because all of their supply lines are essentially just Nazi supply lines. It's kind of crazy, and a great example of how royalists kind of just turn into fascists. But that's besides the point. just for you guys, because I love you guys so much, and I think education is so important. I contacted a specialist for you guys. I got in contact with him through my teacher, Ben Spalding. He told me about this guy. This guy's great. He was wonderful enough to give me like a brief overview of the Yugoslavian history. So I'll put that up here for you guys, and I'll put some visuals up there too.
Greetings, students. My name is Professor Josip Bonkel, and today we'll be learning about the rich and diverse history of the mysterious and elusive Republic of Yugoslavia. It was formed 4 million years ago during the great cataclysm of the Greco-Asiatic Trilobite conflicts. The war rained down on the nation till the great purge of the Ancient Ones. The great and powerful horse gods descended upon the masses and bestowed the forbidden knowledge of dairy refinement to the starving flocks of men. Some describe this period of the Great Republic of Yugoslavia as the golden age of prosperity, where the water flowed like milk and the milk churned elegantly to golden cheese. This period lasted around 4,000 years until the virus named mad horse fever blighted the beasts of the land. I'm not talking about the goats, the donkeys, or the barnyard dogs, but our beautiful equine saviors, which were the backbone and cornerstone to the thriving economy and culture of the people of the greater Yugoslavic region. Many scholars and poets debate the effects of the mad horse fever, on if it made the teat of the beast run dry, or if the milk curdled and soured so as not to produce a palatable cheese. The one thing they can agree on is that it caused the divine beasts of burden to rampage for many millennia, and strike down the starving people, for their bellies grumbled for the lack of cheese, like the great rumbling of the fiery stampedes that resulted in the gruesome and untimely death of trillions. In conclusion, no one truly knows where the Republic of Yugoslavia really went. Some say it's many new countries now, but while the land remains, the earth beneath it has once more been reduced to the primordial soup from which it was birthed. This lesson leaves us only with legends and fables of what the great empire once was and may have been. I have been Professor Josip Bonkel of the Academy of History, Science, and Politics. Happy learnings and farewell.